Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
An incident of road rage leads to the fatal shooting of an Uber driver on the Las Vegas Strip. Good morning and thank you so much for joining us on 7 at 7. I'm Cynthia Puga. Starting off with your top story, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. Police are investigating a deadly shooting on the Strip that left one person dead on Monday. According to Metro Police, an Uber driver was killed during a road rage incident at the intersection of Las Vegas Boulevard and Palazzo Drive. The Uber driver, who had two passengers inside, had gotten out of his car and began banging on the suspect's car window. That's when police say the suspect, identified as a woman in her 20s, shot the Uber driver. The woman has been arrested, and anyone with information is urged to call Metro Police or Crime Stoppers. And police responded to a separate call on Monday afternoon of a man who was fatally shot inside a McDonald's east of the Strip on Paradise Road. Metro Police say details indicate that the victim was inside the restaurant when two people came up to him, and one of the suspects pulled out a gun, shot him, and fled the scene.
They located one individual. Unfortunately, he was pronounced deceased.
Metro Police say this is not related to the shooting that happened in front of the Palazzo. Moving on to your weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. A gloomy start to your Tuesday morning, expecting a high around 71 degrees and cloudy skies for the rest of the day. A wind advisory will be going into effect at 9 a.m. today until 9 p.m. tonight, as winds will be picking up in the valley, reaching between 20 and 30 miles per hour. Now let's take a look at the temperatures for Thanksgiving Day. Looks like they'll continue in the low 60s, around 62 degrees, and an overnight low in the high 30s. Friday through Sunday, temperatures will continue in that range and begin to slightly rise on Monday into the mid-60s. Moving on to your business news, brought to you by G-Bank, your best banking experience ever. 4 years after his death, property owners by tech mogul Tony Hsieh have sold for a combined $46.9 million. Hsieh, the former CEO of online shoe seller Zappos, died from injuries suffered in a Connecticut house fire at the age of 46. He left no will, and his family has sold a dozen of his properties in Vegas through his probate case, according to records. However, the LVRJ found dozens of other properties formerly owned by Hsieh in the downtown area that had not been sold as of early November, including apartment complexes, commercial buildings, and shuttered motel sites. His estate hired a brokerage firm to sell several properties, and Boston Omaha Asset Management went on to acquire some for almost $25 million combined. Another brokerage firm, Avison Young, announced last Friday that it sold 4 of its own listings from the estate for more than $8 million combined.
Sports brought to you by PT's Taverns. With over 65 locations, there's a PT's near you. Visit ptstaverns.com. The Golden Knights' 5-game road trip continues, with Vegas edging a win over the Flyers in their 4th game in the past 6 days. Jack Eichel led the comeback for the Knights, who were down 3-0 at one point. Eichel scored the only goal in the shootout to give the Knights a 5-4 win in Philadelphia. The team was injury-ridden, missing 5 players, including captain Mark Stone. Vegas heads to Colorado next to face the Avalanche on Wednesday with a 7 p.m. puck drop.
In your health news, brought to you by Centerwell Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. Las Vegas Metro Police Sheriff Kevin McMahill claims that Las Vegas's marijuana black market remains despite the drugs' legalization in Nevada. His comments come from an interview posted on YouTube with Mark Andreessen and Ben Horowitz, who founded the Andreessen Horowitz firm. McMahill tells them that the low-level drug deals out on the street lead to violence, and says police need to look out at the behaviors of individuals associated with these sales. Early in the year, experts said that the illegal market is one of the biggest challenges facing the cannabis industry, both statewide and elsewhere. Metro did not comment on its efforts to crack down on the persisting black market.
Sports betting brought to you by the Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The Raiders own the NFL's longest losing streak at 7 games and are consensus 13-point underdogs to the Chiefs on Black Friday. The total is 42.5 for the AFC West matchup at Kansas City. In some marquee matchups Sunday, the Ravens are 2.5-point favorites over the Eagles, who have won 7 straight. And the Bills, riding a 6-game win streak, are 7-point favorites over the 49ers, who will try to keep their fading playoff hopes alive on Sunday Night Football.
Vegas Station brought to you by Station Casinos STN Sports. Download the app today. Star defensive end Max Crosby nominated for the Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award, and Monday head coach Antonio Pierce shared his thoughts on the Condor as well as the nomination.
Max just does everything right, man. You know, he's a professional, he's a pros, first one to build and last one to leave. Great teammate, hard worker, takes no plays off. Everything he does is intentional, and it's with the pride of the Raiders, the Raider way. You know, he wants to go down as the ultimate Raider, and he's doing that now as a teammate. And again, all the honors that he has coming his way is well deserved.
There's a gold mine of talent in Valley Schools, and mining company Kinross Nevada wants to celebrate it. They've teamed with CCSD magnet schools to award students for their attendance, grades, and building community in the classroom. This is the Gold Star Student Award, which went to 5th grader Mason Taylor of Tolan International Academy. Mason is a jack of all trades, volunteering for several things like chess club, robotics, and even tutoring. And he also participates in the Nevada Ballet. Mason was also the Academy's highest scorer on its SBAC test. And that's just one of the reasons why Kinross Nevada Gold Mining Company surprised Mason with the Gold Star Student Award with mom and sister in tow.
It is very rare, and he's one of a few children, and I had to take off work. So
congratulations, Mason! Woo!
And you can see the full surprise on the Las Vegas Review-Journal's YouTube channel. In your lifestyle news, brought to you by LV Craft Shows, bringing you the finest craft and gift shows since 1999. Visit lvcraftshows.com for upcoming events. 2 years after it was announced, the Guest House restaurant in Town Square will finally be opening. It's taking over the former Tommy Bahama restaurant next to Ethel M. Chocolates. Construction is still visibly ongoing, with branded signs announcing the restaurant is opening soon. The Guest House launched in spring of this year in Austin, Texas, and quickly became one of the city's buzziest dining destinations. The menu includes steak, salmon, and even a raw bar presenting oysters, crudo, shrimp cocktail, and Maine lobster. Now for entertainment, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's, has live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. Comedian Jay Leno honored actor Sylvester Stallone during a charity event at the Wynn over the weekend. Entertainment columnist John Katsilometes has the recap.
Sylvester Stallone and his wife Jennifer were honored Friday night at the first Las Vegas AMFAR, the Foundation for AIDS Research Gala at Wynn Las Vegas. During the live auction, a painting by Stallone went for $400,000, and a rare 1957 Mercedes-Benz Gullwing went for $2.4 million. It's not even a hybrid. Jay Leno hosted the event, and Diana Ross is the night's headliner, and it was fancy, believe it.
And the Chippendales are moving to a new venue after more than 20 years of performances at the Rio. The Mail Review is moving to Link Hotel's Matt Franco Theater on January 14th. The Chips closed their run at the Rio on New Year's Eve since opening there in 2001. The move was announced 6 weeks after Actors Equity Association announced the show's dancers were planning to unionize. Thanks for watching 7 at 7. You can watch us Monday through Friday on streaming platforms like Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and YouTube. Join us weekly at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. to get the latest Las Vegas news updates.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.